Hey guys, welcome back to IRO, man. I'm your host, Jason James. Glad to see you guys came back. Well, did I get into an Indian just at the right time? It certainly sounds like it. Today we're going to tackle Harley going woke and what that's going to mean for the company and potentially anybody who's riding a Harley or anybody who wants to purchase a Harley in the future. So let's get after it. So I've been having some microphone issues, guys, and I hope this turns out good, because if it doesn't work out this time, I'm going to just do a sit down, just do a podcast or vlog or whatever the fuck they call those things. Anyway, so today's topic is about CEO of Harley, Jochen Zeist. I don't know, that's how you say his name. Anyway, he's a German climate change activist, billionaire, and he's the CEO of Harley. And I guess now he's force-feeding down their throats DEI policies, woke policies into the Harley brand name, even going as far as taking the Harley name out of the new logo, which is now just the Harley logo with no names in it. So what does that mean for people that ride Harleys and people that want to purchase Harley in the future? Well, it's going to come down to personal preference at the end of the day. And what it is you're willing to put up with, I guess. These policies obviously are affecting the people that work there more so than it does the people that ride the motorcycles. But if you don't see yourself supporting those kind of policies, I don't. So for me, I wouldn't be very happy about it. I sold my Harley 3 months ago, and it's like I was saying at the beginning of the video, it seems like I dodged a bullet there, because whatever happened to Bud Light happens to Harley. I think we can all admit that bike prices are going to be coming down in the Harley market for sure. This past week saw the stock go down probably about 3% or something like that, which is not very big, but sometimes these things take time, and with motorcycles being, you know, bigger ticket item than beer, you're probably going to see that over the course of the next year probably taking effect. So it's definitely going to have an effect on the market. It's definitely going to have an effect on the people that ride Harleys. But I guess the big question is, do you sell your Harley? Do you sell your Harley over this? Well, I guess there's two ways to look at it. I sold mine because I wanted an Indian. So I got an Indian. They just made the bike for me that I really wanted. So for me, it was just an easy choice. There was no other real determining factors as to why. But if you're somebody who rides a Harley and has only ridden Harley, like a lot of people have, and can't see yourself on anything else, do you really want to sell your bike at perhaps a loss just to prove a point? Or do you ride it out, and maybe your next purchase is, you know, either an Indian or something else? But if you want American made, it looks like Indian's your only choice right now. I really hope Indian brings back victory. On a side note, because I think that would be just awesome on their part to bring back victory and bring back those cool styled motorcycles that they have. I think they would do really well if they were to bring those back. Not saying anything bad about Indian. Their styling is great. I like the style of the Indians, but there's just something about the victories that just, they were real head turners and great motorcycles. But anyway, what do you do? Do you sell your Harley or do you keep it? Well, I'm of the opinion that I wouldn't buy another one where I'm at. But if I still had my Street Glide and I didn't want to get rid of my Street Glide and this whole thing came out, I'd probably hang on to my Street Glide for the time being, unless things got worse or there was a mass exodus and I didn't want my bike's value to drop to a point where it wasn't worth keeping anymore. But it's going to be worth more to you than it is to anybody else, and we all know that, right? Especially with all the aftermarket parts we put on these things, you know, right out of the gate. So honestly, at the end of the day, you're always going to be taking a loss on a Harley because it's never going to be worth as much to somebody else as it is to you. So we know that. There is the people that can afford to sell their Harley and go out and purchase a new bike right now, and yeah, to each his own. If you can do that and this thing bothers you that much that you can't see yourself riding that brand name anymore, then I mean, all the power to you at the same time. I mean, that's what's great about freedom, is that you can do whatever you want. You're not stuck in anything. The guys are making payments on their bikes now, because we're talking about, new Harleys are $40,000-$50,000 if you're getting a bagger, and that's a lot of money, and a lot of people don't have that kind of cash to shell out for cash for a motorcycle. A lot of them have payments and stuff like that. So to sell your motorcycle at a loss and having to maybe even possibly cover the difference on your own, I mean, that's only hurting you even more, right? So at the end of the day, is it worth it? So I guess the moral of the story is you're going to have to make up your mind what you want to do, depending on, I guess, morals. I guess that's what it comes down to. I mean, financially is going to be a big part of that, but is it morally something you can't do anymore? And for me, I hate all that shit. I hate it. I think it's going to be the end of us in the West. But to sell a motorcycle just out of spite, Harley already has your money at the end of the day. But I mean, maybe your friends group, they're all getting rid of them, and you'd be the only one keeping yours, and you'd be the butt of every joke. I don't know. Everybody's social circle is going to be different. I'm interested to see what all the clubs do, especially the ones that are Harley only. I'm sure the Harley Owners Group is probably not loving it. I know that the president of the Harley Owners Group did comment on it and said it was a gut punch. And then to top things off too as well, this was just announced recently, like the CEO going woke was happening for a while and really came to light after a report was made by this journalist. I can't remember his name, but anyway, it's out there about a week ago. But now they're saying that they're going to be laying off a lot of manufacturing in Milwaukee and Pennsylvania, because they're going to be shipping a lot of the production over to Thailand. Now, after you just took a hit right into like a shotgun to the dick by announcing all the DEI woke policies, then you go ahead and announce that you're going to be moving your production of the American-made motorcycles that are supposed to be, like, the American-made motorcycles are supposed to stay in the States. Basically, they make all the Harleys that are for America in America, which makes sense because that's part of the brand name. That's part of the reason why people buy them. But to move part of the production, and I don't know how much it is yet, but part of the production to Thailand, so that now part of your bike for sure, besides the Chinese parts that are in there, but we'll still talk about that another time. But to know that for sure your motorcycle now is going to be partially at least built in Thailand and then sent back to America, can it be considered American made anymore? And the answer is no. Short answer, no. It absolutely cannot be considered American made anymore if it's not all made in America. So, to me anyway, that's again where I stand on it. So having done that to your customer base already in the last week, and then doing it again, I think it was just yesterday or the day before it was announced that was going to be their plan. They're really shooting themselves in the foot, and it's almost like, I mean, depending on who you talk to and how you look at things, it almost feels like they're doing this on purpose to try and destroy the brand. And being that Harley is one of the last bastions of American freedom, as far as companies are concerned in America, that people can see when you see a Harley, when you see a t-shirt, when you see any kind of paraphernalia with a Harley brand on it, you automatically think of America, and to a lesser extent freedom and liberty and all those great things. But now that's been tarnished, and I think probably at this point irreversibly. Now they could fire that CEO and somebody else could come in and turn things around. That's not out of the realm of impossibilities. But I think that as it sits right now, I don't know if there's anybody out there that's going to knock this guy off his pedestal, to be honest, unless it's the shareholders. So if they see enough loss, then maybe action will happen. But I think that if they're going through this growing stage, or whatever you want to call it, this growth period of new policies and where they're going to be building the bikes and everything like that, I think that they would have probably been warned that there's going to be a period where we're not going to make a ton of money. We're going to take losses, but in the long run, the plan would be that you're gonna lure in some customer base that you wouldn't have before. Now, this guy also, the CEO, also wants to make all their bikes, and this might be just a rumor, but I've heard this a few times now, that he wants to make all their bikes electric by 2030. Well, that's only 6 years away. Well, 5.5 years away. I don't see that happening. That seems a little bit ridiculous to me. But let's say that that's his goal, and maybe he doesn't get it done by 2030, but 2035 or 2040 even. I just can't see anybody that rides Harleys now or wants to ride one in the future, any new customers that are going to be jumping to the chance to ride an electric Harley. They tried that. It didn't work out. It's not your customer base. That's not your focus group that you deal with. So I don't know if this marketing strategy is gonna play out. In fact, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's not gonna work at all. And at some point they're gonna have to take this guy out of that position, put somebody in there that understands the customers and what they want going forward. So that's basically all I've got on this right now, guys. I don't know what the fucking answer is, to be honest with you. I really don't. Like I said, it's infuriating that this kind of shit's happening, but it's not. But at the same time, not surprising that they're going after Harley, because again, one of the last major American companies that seamlessly was left untouched throughout this DEI garbage, and hopefully they can turn it around. Cross my fingers that they do, because competition for Indian and just competition on the market is always a good thing, right? And if anybody becomes a monopoly, it's always bad. And I think that Harley was getting to that point. Although Indian did make a bit of a comeback, they weren't really challenging Harley. So Harley's been kind of on its own for a long time. And when you have great prosperity, I think that people have big ideas, let's put it that way, about how to make things better. And not better in a good way. So that's all I've got for now, guys. Thanks again for coming out and watching these videos. My name is Jason James. This is IRL, man. Please like, share, and subscribe. Get this channel out there. I'm going to be doing videos on my motorcycle when it pertains to motorcycles. And if not, if I'm doing I almost said DEI. God damn it. A do-it-yourself. DYI? That's so close to DEI, it's too fucking close. A do-it-yourself video will be obviously filmed in person, not on the bike. And I'm going to be doing some sit-down vlogs too as well. So keep coming back. We're going to have some great content for you guys. Once again, IRL, man. We're going to finish this video. I swear to God. IRL, man. Jason James. Thanks for coming back, guys. Have a great day. Peace out.